Good morning, ladies. Today is Thursday, May 28th. It is lesson 8, lesson 11, module 8. I can describe a whole by the number of equal parts, including 2/2, 3/3, and 4/4. So, we are going to use these today. So you can see it, and then I'm also going to write it on the board. So right now, this is one whole. Think of it as one whole paper. If I then cut it like I did, I have 1/2 here and 1/2 here. So 1/2 plus 1/2 is going to equal 1 whole. And don't worry, you'll see that after. I wonder if I could. It's a little better. So I have 1/2 and 1/2, and if I put them together, it equals 1 whole. Now, I'm going to do the same thing, but with thirds. So if I have 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3, right now it's a whole. They're together. But if I break them apart, now I have 1/3 and 1/3 and 1/3, which is going to equal, put them back together, you get 1 whole. Really quickly, I just want to point out. So look at, this is a 1/2 and this is 1/3. Notice the size difference. So 1/2 compared to 1/3, look at that difference. So your third, as you're breaking your parts up into smaller pieces, they're getting littler. So this 1/2 is a lot bigger than this third right here. Sorry, the dogs are crazy. Just roll with it. All right. So, now I have fourths. Okay, so I have 1/4, or 1, 2, 3, 4/4, and that's going to give me my whole. But if I break these into different parts, I have 1, 2, 3, 4/4. So 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 is going to give me 1 whole. So that's what we're going to practice doing today. And actually, you ladies are going to do it because I think it's going to be fun and I think you're going to get it fairly quickly. So, I'm just going to use squares for today in my drawings. So I have my 1/2. So remember, my denominator, my bottom number, is telling me how many I have. I have 2, and one of them is colored in. In order to get to the 1 whole, I have to draw another 1/2 and color both of them in. That's going to give me my 1 whole. So now we're going to go on to thirds. So I'm going to draw 3 different squares because I know that there's 1, 2, 3 thirds that make 1 whole, and I have to I can't think of the word. Separate my group, split my group into thirds, so 3 different parts, equal parts, of course. So I'm going to do that first. And then my first one, I'm only going to have 1. colored in. Then my next one is going to color in 2/3. Then my next one, in order to get to that 3/3, I'm going to color in all 3 parts. So that's 3/3 or 1 whole. My boxes. Now I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes for my fourths. And then I'm going to split them up into 4 equal parts. Okay. I'm just trying your best again. So this is going to be 1/4. Again, this is 1/3. Sorry, I didn't label. 1/2. We can put this as 2/2. So then you're going to color in that top number, your numerator, and we're going to have 2/4 colored in. 1, 2. And we're going to have 3/4 colored in. 1, 2, 3. We'll have 4/4 colors in, which is also going to equal your whole. So if I pick this one right here, I'm going to ask you a question. If I have 1/4, how many do I need to shade in to have 1 whole? Well, these 1, 2, 3 are missing and they're not shaded in right now. So I would need 1, 2, 3 fourths shaded in to equal 1 whole. I already have 1, so 3 plus the 1 is going to give you that 1 whole that you want. So now we're going to do a little bit of practice. All right, ladies, so what I want you to do is practice drawing. So I drew squares for you to use to practice. You obviously can draw them on your paper. Number 1 through 6, I wrote down what you're going to show. So this one says show 1/3. You're going to draw it, and then you're going to shade in the part that I wrote in the numerator spot. Now remember, as always, you can always practice more on your own. Maybe you want mom or dad, brother or sister to give you extra practice, so just tell them to tell you a fraction. Draw 3/3 for me, or draw 1/2, or how many, tell them to ask you questions. If you're at 1/3, how many more do you need to have 1 whole? So if you have that 1/3, how many more do you need to get to the 1 whole? Be careful. Sometimes they see you flipping. So remember that your bottom number is your denominator, which is going to be the total number of parts, and your top number is what you color in. Be careful not to switch that. Okay? Bottom number tells you how many parts total. Top number tells you how many you color in. So just be careful with that. Keep up the great work, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, ladies. Oh, remember to go on Zern, of course, and Freckle. Practice those math facts and fractions.